The significance of Shang-Chi can't be understated, as it's Marvel's first Asian-led superhero movie at long last. What do you guys think can be the cultural or social power of this movie, especially at this specific moment in time? You know, we've had this deeply troubling uptick in bias and hate crimes against the Asian community. Simu, I mean, you've said something to the effect of like, you know, maybe it could change the world.
I just think it's in you know, in physics you learn of equal and opposing forces, and when you see so much, you know, prejudice and hate, you know, going on around you, I think I want to, you know, we all want to meet that with an equal and opposing force of positivity and joy and celebration. And I very much think that that's what this movie is. It's a celebration of our culture, of our very varied perspectives, and across an entire spectrum of Asian characters, some of whom are, you know, from America and some of whom are from Asia, but all of whom embody a small piece of what it means to be Asian. Anything that I think shines a light on groups that have not had their moment. And I think that in superhero world, you know, what it means for there to be a superhero like Shang-Chi is important for kids to see a piece of themselves, right? We're asking people to see our culture from a specific perspective that I think is universal in a lot of ways. So I think in that way, it does really lend itself to a conversation about just openness and understanding. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I totally agree. And I think the world is ready for an Asian superhero.
Simu, probably stating the obvious, but this role feels like a game changer for you. You are Marvel's newest marquee superhero. Not many of you guys in the world. Where were you when you got the call that this part was yours? What's going through your head? How did you react? How did you celebrate?
Yeah, I was at home. I was in my underwear. I've said this a couple of times. I was in my underwear. I was eating shrimp crackers. I was just like not ready to get that news right then and there. But of course, it came to me in the form of a phone call, unknown number from Burbank, California, which is very mysterious. But I kind of had an inkling, and I picked up, and indeed it was Mr. Kevin Feige, who, as we know, is the architect of the MCU and also the changer of many, many lives. And he was with Destin on the call, our amazing director, and he offered me the role of Shang-Chi. But then they were like, "You're gonna go to San Diego in 4 days, and you're gonna go out on stage in front of 8,000 screaming fans, and you're just gonna you know, be the newest superhero in the MCU, and please don't tell anyone." And then he just like hung up the phone, and I was like, well, what do you, I don't know how to keep a secret like this. So it was the first and only time.
Oh, he told everyone. No.
I told everyone. I tweeted it. No, it was the first and only time I've ever lied to Kevin Feige, because I picked up the phone right away and I called my best friend. I called my parents.
Did he know that story?
I think so. I think a part of him must know. Like, that's asking a lot.
It was probably harder for your best friend and your parents to keep that secret too once they got it as well.
I think you just need somebody to like be happy with, right? Because you're just you're just containing it in a bubble.
Not even happy, just like what?
Yeah.
You know, just like what's going on? Yeah.
Monger, this is your first major Hollywood role, I believe, which is absolutely crazy. You would never know it. How daunting was it to make that kind of debut in a major Marvel superhero movie?
Yeah, I mean, this is my very first film ever, and I didn't even know I was auditioning for a Marvel film when I sent myself tapes. I just sent myself tapes and got a call back, and when they flew me to do a screen test with Simu, and when I saw that name, that's when I realized that, okay, I was auditioning for Shang-Chi. And I still remember when I got the message from my lawyer. It's a very long, full in English message, and I didn't read through. I just scrolled down to the very bottom, and I saw "Welcome to the Marvel Universe." And but I kept that secret. I didn't tell my parents. I didn't tell anyone.
I know. You're much better than me.
It's not that hard.
I have to say, I kept mine a little secret too.
Oh boy. Okay. All right. I feel a little called out. All right. I feel a little exposed. I didn't tell everybody. I just told like 40 or 50.
He told one person.
Inner circle.
40 or 50 of my closest friends. That was all.
Your whole high school class. You know.
Yeah.
Well, let's check in on Florian, on his secret keeping. Well, I mean, Florian, you've done the Rocky Creed verse. Marvel is obviously its own scale. How surreal was it for you to find yourself in this world and with the chainsaw as an arm on top of your doll?
I mean, to be honest with you, this whole road so far seems surreal to me. I mean, when I made Creed and when I first took that first step into the industry, it felt surreal. And this is basically the second childhood dream that becomes reality. I mean, I always wanted to be I always wanted to be a superhero, like probably every kid in his childhood. And I am now a superhero joining a fabulous cast like that. And it still feels surreal to me, and I'm just honored and privileged to be part of this wonderful cast.